Late Night Love Doc. What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video. I want to say thank you to all new subscribers. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who has been liking and sharing my videos on my channel, my previous videos. I'd like to welcome you back once again. This channel is all about relationships, relationship advice, dating advice, marriage advice, all of the above. Right? So spend a little time with me today. Right? If you're driving with your car, if you're driving in your car, just kick back and relax. You know, I got you for the next 20, 30 minutes. If you're at home, just kick back, put your feet up and relax. We're finna have a late night chat. Got another wonderful topic I want to speak to you about today. Right? Today I want to talk to you about, I spent my life chasing bad girls, bad boys, and now I'm looking for a righteous man, righteous woman. I spent my life chasing the bad ones. Now I want the righteous ones. All right. Now, as I go along and I speak to you about this topic, I want you to understand that this is all about awareness, enlightenment, you know, giving you advice. You know, maybe you can relate to some of the things I'm going to tell you. Maybe not. Maybe you've never heard these things before. Right? But this is all to uplift and make the relationship scene better in this world. That's all I'm trying to do. Make things better. Help people come to a better awareness. All right, so we're going to get into this now. All right, you spent most of your life, adult life, or maybe even in your teenage life, and the relationships that you've had have been with people who, you know, we would consider, or we call them bad. We call them bad. Bad boys, bad girls. Some people call them fast. You know, some people say thugs. Whatever you want to call it. You spent your life, and you as a man, you dated bad girls. If you as a woman, you dated bad boys. That's what we call them. That's what we label them. That's one that we all can understand. Right? So now, a little time has passed in your life. 10 years go by, 15 years go by, 20 years go by. Right? And now you want to try a righteous man, a righteous woman. You say, well, look, I've had all these bad boys, bad girls. Now I want a righteous person. Now I want a righteous person. All right, so here's my advice to you on that. Here's my advice to you on that. If you spent the last 10, 15, 20 years, and the only thing that you've been seeking out is a person that we would consider bad, you know, what's the point of you switching off now and trying to get a righteous person? What's the point? If you had wanted a righteous person during your life, you would have had one by now, don't you think? Right? We being honest here. We're being honest. Right? You're drawn to what you like. You know, if you are attracted to the thug type, the hood type, the bad boy, the bad girl, if that's what you're attracted to, if that's what you've been attracted to, right? What's a righteous person going to do for you? A good man. I want a good man. I want a good girl. You know, it's my contention, for those of you who are thinking this way, it's my contention. And you can move forward how you want to in life. Right? I'm not telling anybody what to do. But my contention to you is that you're not going to be interested. You're not going to be interested in a person and a person that's righteous, or good man, good woman, you're not going to be interested in that. You're not going to be attracted to that. Now, if you want to try it, just because you want to just try something different, I mean, by all means, move forward and give it a try. I mean, this is your life. You can do what you want to do. But like I said, in my opinion, I think for the most part, you're not going to enjoy that relationship, and the relationship will eventually end. You could prove me wrong. But I think in most cases, I'll say 99.9% of cases, where a person has dated bad boy, bad girl their whole life, and now they want good girl, good boy now, I think 99.9% of the time it's not going to work out. They go find this person, they start dating them or whatever, and it just doesn't work out. I mean, there's a reason why you've been dating the type of people that you've been dating. I mean, that's what you've been drawn to. That's what maybe you was raised up around, and that's what you're used to. So that is what you are attracted to. And one of the reasons, this is my opinion, one of the reasons that you are probably attracted to that mentality is because you have that mentality yourself. One of the reasons you are attracted to that type of mentality is because you have that type of mentality yourself. Have you ever heard the phrase, birds of a feather flock together? Right? It's possible that the reason why you're attracted to this bad boy is because you're a bad girl. Or the reason you're attracted to this bad girl is because you are a bad boy. Right? I'm just keeping it real with you. Right? So, I mean, think about it. You're attracted to all these people. We'll use a woman as an example. You've been attracted to all these bad boys, right? For the last 10, 15, 20 years, however long. And, nowhere in those years, nowhere in that time frame, have you ever chose to be with what you consider a good guy? All right. Now, if you're a person if you are of a good mentality, if you are of the righteous, upstanding mentality, then you probably would want someone like that, wouldn't you? All right. Now, how does someone with a good mentality, or someone who's a good girl, right? How would she just want someone who has a lower mentality than herself? She considers him a bad boy. Why would a good girl want that, right? And vice versa for the man as well. Right? If you're a good guy, if you're a good guy, why would you want a bad girl? If you're truly a good guy, and when we say good, we're talking about a person that that lives their lives by a certain set of standards. They live upright, they live righteous. So if you're a person, and you can put, we're gonna say men and women. If you're a good person, man or woman, and you have these upstanding morals and you have these upstanding qualities about yourself, right? And you're an upstanding person. It's like, why would you want someone with bad qualities? Why would you want a bad boy or a bad girl if you have upstanding moral fiber about yourself? You're an upstanding citizen. You're a good person. You go to work every day. You're punctual. You go to church. You save the children. You give to charities. You tithe regularly. You're upstanding. So a person that has the mental capacity as to what we call a good person, right? Just think about that. Think about all the things that comes along with being a good guy, good girl. Some of the stuff I just said, and you can add more stuff to the list. So why would a person who's into all this stuff, they live their life on a higher path, a higher moral position. So a person like that is going to be attracted to someone who's considered bad, someone who doesn't live that way. Remember, birds of a feather flock together. That's pretty much true, especially when it comes to attraction. You tend to be attracted to what you like, or how you are. For the most part, I know in some cases opposites attract, but for the most part, right, people are usually attracted to someone who has characteristics like themselves. You don't have to be twins or anything like that, but for the most part, people like someone who's something like they are, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I know we have some opposite couples out there, but a lot of people are attracted or drawn to someone that has similar characteristics to themselves. So I don't understand why someone who has good characteristic, who's considered a good guy or good girl, I don't know why they would be attracted to a bad boy or a bad girl. So I'm going back to my original statement. The reason that you are attracted to someone considered a bad boy, bad girl, is because you probably fit those characteristics yourself. You probably have the mentality of a bad boy, bad girl yourself, right? And this is not disrespect this is not disrespect or insulting. This is just keeping it real. Everybody has their own personal taste. Some people are attracted to bad boys, bad girls, and some people are attracted to good girls, good guys, right? This is your mentality, right? This is what you're attracted to. This is what you've been drawn to. This is why you've spent the last 10, 15 years or however long, and you've been attracted to bad boys, bad girls. So now, after all this time of having this mentality ingrained into your psyche, you're going to turn around and try to find a good guy, a good girl, something that you've never liked or you've never been interested in. Because if you had been interested in it, you would have pursued it at some point, but you never have. So you're making a choice now, after all these years, right? I personally think the odds of your happiness, while it is possible for you to be happy, I think that there's a greater risk of relationship failure for you entering into this situation. You spending your life, thugged out. Thug 1, Thug 2, Thug 3, Thug 4, Thug 5, Thug 6. You had this whole line of thugs in your life, and now you want to get Mr. Rogers. Your mentality is probably bad or thugged. You probably have that same mentality too. So you're not going to match well with this person. You're probably not. Right? Now, if it can happen. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's impossible. It's possible. But one of the ways that this is going to be possible, and this is for men and women, right? If you're looking to be with that good person in your life, if you're looking to have a good person in your life, then you yourself must conform. You must change. You must transform your mentality. You must transform your mind. You must put all those things that you did in your past and those thoughts that you had, you must put all this stuff behind you. You have to change yourself. You have to become a righteous person. And you have to really, really believe in that with all sincerity. Right? You can't play with this. You can't do it just because it just sounds cool. Oh, I'm going to get me a good man. Oh, I need me a good girl. Just to be playing around. Right? Because a lot of y'all people have messed up a lot of good guys, good girls. You messed them up. Because you played around with them. You didn't ever intend to really stay with them. This was kind of an experiment for you. So you go in there and you screw them over. screw them over. Am I saying something that is not happening on the earth? Haven't we heard about this? Some of y'all probably can relate to what I'm saying. Some of y'all can raise your hand and attest to what I'm saying. You get with that good, righteous person and you screw them over. You treat them like crap, you disrespect them, you cheat on them, you steal from them, you do all kind of filth to them because they're a righteous person. And then when it's all said and done, you throw them in the garbage can. Right? We've seen this example time and time again. We've seen this throughout our lives. We've seen this kind of stuff happen over and over again. Right? So, I mean, this is what a lot of y'all do. Y'all get with these people and you just run through them. And you destroy them. You destroy them. So, I mean, why even go into this situation? You should just stay with what you like. Stay with what you know. Right? I don't really support just going in and just abusing and destroying somebody's life just for fuck's sake. Excuse my language. I don't usually talk like that, but that is the way I feel about that. Because I've seen a lot of people personally destroyed just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. Not because this person did something to you. It's because you just want to just go in there and just screw somebody over. I really don't like that. I'm a compassionate person, and I really, really don't like that. I hate to see people get screwed over for no reason. I hate to see people get screwed over, generally, but somebody who's considered good. So, I don't know if you're going to really enjoy a relationship like that because you haven't enjoyed it up to this point. I mean, what are you going to get out of it? What are you going to get out of it? I mean, what's in it for you? What, so you can just say that you had someone good in your life? I mean, why waste your time? Why waste your time? Just stick with what you know. That's my advice to you. My advice to you is to stay in your lane and stick with what you know. You're going to be wasting their time. They're going to be wasting your time. I mean, if you like to move forward and you feel like, hey, I've dealt nothing but thugs in my life and I want a righteous person and you want to move forward, you have to check your heart. Check your heart, and you have to find out if you are a righteous man, a righteous woman. Have you changed? Have you transformed yourself into a righteous person? Now, if you've been through a true transformation, right, then maybe you can appreciate this relationship seriously. You really can enjoy it, but you have to have transformed your heart to a righteous heart, right? If you have any remnant of thug left over, if you still thugged out and you still living thugged out and you holding on to the thug world and the thug life, you got some reserve thug in you, then you're probably not going to enjoy this relationship. You're probably not going to enjoy a relationship like that. If you really want to make a change, right, and you really want to enjoy it, I'm not talking about one of these people who come in and just throw one of these good guys, good girls in the trash. If you really want to make a change, then you have to change your heart. And you have to really mean it with all sincerity. You have to be 100% genuine about it. You have to let go of all that bad stuff, all that stuff you did in the past, all those thoughts you did in the past. You got to really let it go and change who you are, truly. Now, that's if you want to enjoy a relationship with a person that's righteous and you want to walk in that same path with them and you want this to last. All right, you have to make a change yourself. It can be done, but it takes effort, right? You have to put in effort. You have to put in work. But it can be done. right? If you don't want to change and you want to hold on to the thug mindset, the thug mentality, my advice to you is that you're not going to enjoy this relationship. So why waste your time? You spent the last 15 years thugging after thugging after thugging after thugging after thugging, right? So why switch up now? I mean, what is that going to do for you? Especially if you still have the thug mentality. I mean, you haven't been drawn to this at all. So why are you bringing this person in your life now? I mean, how are they going to make you happy? How are they going to make you happy? Right? There's a reason why you have not had a thug in your life. A righteous person in your life. So my advice is to stay in your lane unless you're ready to transform your mind, your mentality to become righteous. I'm talking about 100%. If you're ready to walk away from that world, because it can't be done, you have to refocus your mind. You have to change what you do. You have to change your habits. You have to change the things that you do in life. And it can be done. You can change. A lot of people have changed. A lot of us have changed. We used to do things back in the day that don't make any sense. But a lot of us have changed. So you can change. That's the only way, in my opinion, that one of these relationships is going to work. You know, you have some weird anomalies out there. You got those weird relationships. Somehow they make it work. You know, you're going to see a handful of these relationships out there. Don't look at those and think, okay, that's going to be me. You have some weird relationships. It depends on the two people involved, right? But that's not common. It's not common to see one of those weird relationships. You know, the dude is thugged out. You know, the girl is a church girl. I mean, a real church girl. I ain't talking about no false church girl. I'm talking about she's a real church girl. Dude is thugged out in the streets. And they making it work. You know, she's praying in church. He's slanging. That's not going to happen for every couple. That's not going to be something that happens normally. You're not going to see that normally, so don't expect that to happen normally, all right? Don't look at those examples, right? That's a rarity. Most people who spent their life in this mentality are not going to enjoy crossing over. That's just my opinion. I don't believe that's going to happen. And that's what I have to say about that, right? You can agree, you can disagree, right? If you want to respond and you have something you want to say about that, leave your comments below in the comment thread. If you have any questions, any comments, anything, any requests, whatever you want to say it in the comment thread below. Right? If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this message, hit that like button for me. I appreciate that. Right? So that's the end of this session. I thank you for riding with me once again. Right, I hope you got some value out of this. Right, that we can continue the discussion. Right, you can leave comments below, and I'll respond to them in time. I'll respond to them as I'm able to. Right, you can even send me a direct message if you like. Right, so that's it for this one. I try to do videos as much as I can. I try to do videos as much as I can because I just want to help people. Because I believe that there's someone out there who needs to hear this and someone who's going to appreciate this message. Right? And if you do appreciate these messages, if you do appreciate this content, make sure you tell me in the comments below. Right? I appreciate you guys following me as always. Another session is over. I'll catch y'all on the next session. Late Night Love Doc.